Well, guys, this would be the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor. The good one, I guess. I still am very excited about the regular Ranger, but we're out here on a kind of cool off-road handling course after doing a trail a little bit earlier on, which was also cool. Now, what you guys need to know about this truck, it has a 3-liter V6 engine. It makes 405 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque, which is, yes, quite a bit. I'm gonna tell you something maybe a little bit surprising. Doesn't feel quite as punchy as I would have expected when you're accelerating on pavement in particular. We took off, kind of did a hard launch, and it was a little bit underwhelming. Having a little fun here in the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor, which is sick. It is so playful, it is so lively and fun. I am just having a riot. Now, I am in Baja mode, as I like to call it, because everything gets just that much more fun, that much more playful. It doesn't babysit you, as these instructors here have been telling us, and I'll tell you, they are not lying. This thing is a little more lively. The rear end wants to step out a little bit, and it'll do it. This thing is almost entirely different from the standard Ranger, and for very good reason. All right, guys, I ditched the glasses. We're having a bit more fun. Speed's picking up a little bit here. And this thing really is like a race car out here on this little dirt track that Ford has set up for us. And I mean, I'm sure you guys aren't surprised by that. This thing is made to be sort of a Baja desert runner, hence the mode that I am in right now. And this thing is so light and lively. I like it better than the F-150 Raptor because of how engaging it is. It is just fun. You point it where you want to go, and it'll go there. It does everything it needs to, and that stumpy little wheelbase compared to the F-150 and the narrower track. So it's a couple inches wider than the regular Ranger, but it's about 6 inches narrower than the F-150. And out on the trail, that's a huge difference maker, but even out here, it makes it that much more lively and engaging. You can just kind of push it to the limits and it'll talk to you. It'll warn you when it's coming, so you don't feel, you know, like it's hanging you out to dry. It'll do what you want it to. It'll warn you when you start to get a little deep, a little past its limits, but I'm telling you, those limits are very far. And here we go, last little bit, unload. It's just a riot every time. I love this. Okay, I don't know if this is the moment you guys have been waiting for, but it's certainly the one I have. Jump in this truck.
Jump in this truck.
And we're done. And it was a little underwhelming in a good way, I think, because, well, it didn't really do much. The suspension ate it all up. I still haven't reached the bump stops. That to me is a testament to how amazing this live bypass suspension setup from Fox is. This is one hell of a truck. That was the Ranger Raptor off-road, and this is it on-road. And yes, you might hear some pinging and tinging as we shed the rocks we picked up at the assault school, which is a pretty terrible name in my opinion. But moving beyond that, this truck is super cool. It is excellent at what it's built to do, but it's also very good at everyday stuff. We drove it out here, cruising here on the pavement. It actually drives a little bit better than the regular Ranger. Yes, I said it. It's that wider track. I think it gives it a more planted feel. It tracks really nicely. And in both trucks, I will tell you, it is very easy to modulate the throttle pedal here to maintain a consistent speed. That, I think, is one of those underrated, you know, features, if you want to call it that you're going to appreciate in everyday driving. Something you might not appreciate so much about this truck is the price tag, $80,000 before tax and extras in Canada. That is quite a bit of cash. I am not going to get into the, hey, I could get a full-size truck for that kind of money. That is such a silly debate. I do not want to get into that right now. I just want to focus on this vehicle. It is a lot of money, but you're getting so much. Whether it's actually worth that price of admission is up to you. But if I were to sum it up in 3 words, well, those would be, hell yeah, brother.